Hi there, it's Vicki McCarthy from Aussie Stampers. Thank you very much for joining me again today. Today I'm going to give you some tips on how to package your cards for sale. And one of the things that Stampin' Up does is they have an angel policy, which means you can sell your cards as long as you attribute the images to Stampin' Up somewhere on the back of the card. And that's what this Better Than Email stamp set is ideal for. It's also great for putting a little message on the envelope if you're posting this to somebody. And it has a lot of other uses as well. For instance, this one says created in my kitchen just for you. And another one says handmade, Stampin' Up, and some knitting, a ball of knitting. So if you're a knitter, you might like to put that on something as well. But I use this when I'm selling my cards. And this is a new stamp set that's come out with a new catalogue. And I'm going to show you how I use this stamp set and how I package the cards up ready for sale. So I have my stamps here, and I have some crumb cake ink. And I want to put them on the back of each of the cards that I've made, right here, and I want them to be a very subtle colour. So what I'm going to do is stamp them off first. So I have crumb cake. We'll start with this one here. So I'm going to stamp it off on some scratch paper and then stamp it onto the back near the bottom. So I have an image on the back there which doesn't fight with the image on the front or the inside of the card, but it's still quite clear to read, from my heart to yours, Stampin' Up. And I'm going to use a different greeting on the back of each of the cards. So stamp it off once and then it goes on the back, and it's almost like a watermark, but it's enough that you can actually quite clearly read what it says. That says sharing creativity and inspiration one card at a time, Stampin' Up. Stamp it off. This one says handmade, heartfelt. There it is, Stampin' Up on the back of that. Stamping it off. And this one says hand stamped for you, Stampin' Up. So it's almost like a watermark on the back of the cards. It's a little bit more readable than a watermark. It's not showing up so well on the camera, but in real life it's quite easy to read what that says. So it's a subtle little mark on the back of the card, and it means that you'll be able to sell these. Now, how I package them is in these bags here, and I buy these from Kmart in Australia. They usually have them in their scrapbooking section. They just seem to be the exact size for Stampin' Up cards, but they are a tight fit. They are a tight fit in that you need to put the envelope in first and then slide the card in. But I love the fact that they are such a tight fit. You can see on this card here that it really fits it completely. So what I do is I put the envelope on the back so you can see that lovely flap. If I'm selling them somewhere in a gallery or something like that, I'll put my business card in as well. Peel that off, and I like to seal it really firmly down so that it is a perfect fit. That really is a perfect fit. Now what I want to do next is to put a price on the tag, because often people want you to have the price on. So I'm taking a 3/4 inch circle punch, some Whisper White cardstock, punching that out, adhering it with some snail, somewhere on the card where it's not going to noticeably affect the design. And then I'm going to take one of the colours that I've used. In this case, I'm using some Calypso Coral, and I'm just going to put the price on. And I just like to put the amount and then a dash. I think that's quite cool. You could put a $sign if you wanted to, but I think that's a more trendy way to do it. There's one card done. I want to show you how to package something like the cards that we've just made. If you haven't seen the video of how to make these cards, just scroll back. I've made a complete set of these and cased them from the catalogue. So it's a set of these in each of the 5 in colours, plus showing you how to make the envelopes. Now what I want to do with this card, I want people to see that the envelope has a label on the front. So I'm going to package it, this on one side, this on the other. I'm going to use the same size bags, and I'm going to put the envelope in first, because I find putting the envelope in first means that it's easier. You're not trying to squash it in too much. Once that's halfway in, I put this piece in the front. You want to make sure that this is going to fold at the back. So I'm pressing it down all the way. And then I want this to be a tight fit, so all I do is fold it the entire way down. Like that. So it's a really nice tight fit, and it's a really professional looking finish. Again, I'm bringing in my 3/4 inch circle punch. I'm bringing in the same colour that I've used on the card, snailing that on. I like to put it just off the side so you can tell it's a sticker, it's not actually part of the card. And I'm going to put a price on this one. And that one's ready to go as well. So that's one way that you can label your cards using the new stamp set that Stampin' Up! Have put out. Better than email. So I hope that helps you with some ideas on how to package your cards for sale. And thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.